Hi guys, my name is Jess Everfield, and I don't think I have a choice at this point. I outlined this video weeks ago, so welcome to my very first Draw My Life video. I say first because I'm going to tell you everything up until when I started my channel, and who knows how much is going to happen in the future. All you need to know is this video was inspired by my digital escape. These videos are engraved in my memory, so I really couldn't miss out on making one of my own. Now, when does this all start? Probably when I was born. Yeah, that makes sense. August 17th, 2002. Now, obviously, I do not remember that day. I was there, but I do not remember it. All I know is that because I was a second child, my delivery was a little bit easier, but nothing could prepare for how difficult a child I would be. My favorite detail that I've been told about this day is that when the doctors discovered I was a girl, my dad lost feeling in his legs. Fast forward to the next thing I can think is worth noting. When I was itty bitty, my parents had an indoor slide, and my brother pushed me off the top because I thought it was a genius idea to refuse to go down. And when I did fall off, I landed directly on my elbow. And now I can do this. Something about me when I was young was I cried, like a lot. And I also cried when people called me out for crying all the time. Little Jess, girl, had some emotions, like emotions. But I think it is worth noting that as a kid, I always picked up on when adults made jokes at my expense, but it happened so often I couldn't tell when people were teasing apart when people were straight up complaining about me. I took it personally. In fact, I think I took everything personally. And the only thing I ever heard back was the word sensitive. Sensitive. Besides that, a big part of my childhood was vacations. My parents did a really good job at taking me on adventures before I could remember them. But my mom has lots of scrapbooks, so it all works out. And even though I went to a lot of cool places, nothing compared to Thanksgiving in Iowa. Yes, Iowa. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but getting to see family made it my favorite. We even kept going after I went to school. Now, school was a place that very easily could have been marked as a good time, especially elementary. Back then, things like gym were genuinely fun, and I went to writing camps each summer, and I was very outgoing, very loud, very bright, and big, and just happy. I was extremely sensitive, but I was happy. And then there was middle school. Middle school was terrible, in like every sense of a way it could have been. Also, you. Part of the reason my middle school sucked was because you're the worst in the district. Like, I was originally really excited to go to middle school. Then my mom gets a call and they're telling her Jess is in the background of the classroom with her hoodie up and she's staring at a blank wall, refusing to talk to anybody. In fact, I actually don't remember that day at all. The only reason I know this is because my mom told me about it. And when I tell you, this shit escalated quickly. Like, I was in the hospital the same week, quickly. And then I got put on medications, which I still do take to this day. And things didn't get better for a while, because you know what else was waiting for me? Trauma. Now, look. I know these are supposed to be very personal videos, but I'm going to be real, we don't have time for all that. But we'll give you a little sprinkle of the ingredients. We've got a dash of being outcasted, a sprinkle of body dysmorphia, half a cup of sexual assault, a full cup of my home environment, and 2 bags of social humiliation. Yeah, we'll leave that for another day. High school. Things didn't get better until junior year. But when they did, that year I not only did really good in classes, but I was actually the junior class representative. Because keep in mind, our girl Jess was not doing good freshman year. But we did it. By senior year, I was stacking awards, and then quarantine happened. 2020, the year that we all went quarantine. A big thing about quarantine is I actually had free time to make videos. Oh, wait, did I tell you about that? Yeah, I think it's pretty important for you to know I was making videos since I was like 12. YouTube was pretty much my antidepressant. It helped me escape my digital escape. Get it? Never mind. I'll laugh at my dad jokes some other time. When I tell you I obsessed over YouTube, I studied and I went ballistic over it. This was all I could think of outside of school. But not everyone took me seriously, which I get, but no, I get it. Fast forward to 2020, and I'm in my first film class, creating a music video while quarantined, and I posted it. It was my first time I ever posted, and I did a few more, but I mostly was just experimenting. Also, I did want to put this as a side note. So I had filmed a reacting to my old YouTube videos video forever ago. And then I realized a big reason why I can't post that is because of copyrighted content. And I was thinking a way where I could still show videos like that and other videos as well is through a Patreon. That way you guys can still have access to those videos. But I don't know. It's something I wanted to post but wasn't really able to. Continuing on. I also worked for about 2 years in an elementary school, but in 2021, I started working at Victoria's Secret. And this is when I met Lionel. And we had so many just random days. I took him to his first concert, his first baseball game. We went on a lake boat family trip to Missouri, and eventually he joined boot camp. I sent him tea-covered letters with torn, burnt edges and lipstick stains. I sent him Polaroids. Like, I miss this man so much. After basic, we were long distance. It was a lot of watching anime late and falling asleep on the phone. And the last time I flew to visit him, we were in his dorm, and he asks if he would need a ring on him to propose. And I'm like,
how you gonna ask me a question like that?
Mostly because we have been offered 2 rings from both sides of the family. I'm like, I haven't even picked one. How would you know which one to propose with? And later that night, he ends up popping the question. And that same night, we're calling relatives. I was flying back the next morning, and we ended up getting married the next month. But I think it's crazy to realize that catches us up to right before I started my channel. Let's see. I got our engagement video on our channel. I got our wedding video on our channel. I got me moving to Arkansas on our channel. Eventually, I want to do another Draw My Life, but that has to be at another marked point in my life, I guess. But that is my Draw My Life, and I will see you guys next week with another new video. Bye, guys.